All right, good afternoon and welcome back to Princess Seat channel. Today still remains the 4th of October. It's a wonderful, brilliant Saturday, October 2025, and we are here with an update to clarify one or two things, as we know that a lot is happening around the UAAG and the Pioneer disbursement process right now. And as the process gets closer to fulfillment, a lot more voices will begin to rise. Some would be genuine, some would be questionable. And it's important that everyone understands what is true and what is false, and also what these mixed signals really mean. I'm going to leave you to listen to this young man from Blueprint. I think Blueprint is affiliated with Ngozi Israel. Yeah, I think I've had something like that before. So pay attention to what he has to say on the subscription of the ongoing Pioneer. Comrade, your time now.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. This is Blueprint, wanting to pass a message to everybody, and I sincerely plead with everybody to kindly listen anytime you could. Some person has actually been going around claiming that there's a special NGO subscription going on, which they are charging to 50,000, and unfortunately, they have been using the name of our mama here, Madam Ngozi Israel. The information came to us since yesterday, and we're trying to trace it to the root of the matter. Please, this is me officially saying that anything subscription is closed. There's nothing like NGO, special NGO, or whatsoever. Even Pioneer now is closed. CBN slot is closed. Don't let any person, I repeat, do not allow any person come to you telling you that subscription this, subscription that. They are scammers. Madam Ngozi Israel is not in any way affiliated to any nonsense subscription they are calling special NGO and they are charging 250. She is not, she cannot, and she would never be. Please let this sound like a warning. Blueprint is actually saying this, and anything called subscription again is ended. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. The young man who just spoke, that's claiming that Pioneer subscription is over with, suggesting that no one else can register or complete any slot at this point. Yes, this statement seems to be confusing. Yes, I appreciate him for saying that, but I think this statement to me seems to be a little bit confusing, especially because just only yesterday, Pastor Donald Obasi Okorie clearly stated that the current subscription does not stop or impede disbursement. And you know what that means? That single line from Pastor Donald is very important, which means that the ongoing subscription activity is not a hindrance to the release of funds or the start of payment. That is to say, disbursement is still, subscription is still ongoing. The disbursement process can go on while certain subscription matters are being finalized. That's what it just means in simple terms. Now, that also brings us to Zita Nwosu's clarification just a couple of days ago, which perfectly complements what Pastor Donald said. According to Zita, I think it was Zita, yes, Onyeka, something like that, yes, that while subscriptions are still ongoing, it does not affect the disbursement that is to come. You know, that those who, it simply means that what is going on, those who had incomplete slots or unfinished registrations are the one that is being allowed to complete their slots. Now, in plain terms, what it means is that the subscription process is not entirely new, and it's an ongoing thing. It's an extension or a completion window for those who were already in the system or those who had not been slotted into the system, who had not finalized their details. So when we connect all of these explanations together from both Pastor Donald and Ambassador Zita Nwosu, the picture becomes a little bit very clear, as opposed to what this young comrade is saying, that yes, disbursement is already in motion. Subscription activities by some groups are not new, They are not new openings, but completions, trying to complete what slots they had that's not yet completed. And then such ongoing completions does not affect or stop disbursement. They didn't come out clear to categorically say that disbursements are stopped. A disbursement is no longer in motion. So in other words, anyone claiming that subscription is over is speaking prematurely or without proper authorizations. As far as I'm concerned, that's what I could decipher from what is happening right now, because these are divergent voices. Now, I think there is a need for an official clarity from Madam Ngozi Israel. From the look of things, this person announcing the closure might be, yes, I think he is affiliated with Ngozi Israel's team, particularly around subscription coordination. But it would be more proper and also official if Ngozi Israel herself can come out to declare such closure publicly. And I think that's how proper communication and transparency works, because the truth is people naturally respect structured leadership, and when leaders speak clearly, confusion is brought to an end. But when some aides or coordinators release certain statements without confirmation, it also causes mistrust and then a kind of dissimulations in the ecosystem. So until Ngozi Israel herself or any of these top officials, what's the name, ambassador, what's the name again, this same pastor now, Pastor Donald, or Elibo, or Zita, and the rest of them like that, or the central UAAG leadership, until they make an official statement that declares the end of subscription, I think the public might as well be treating this as a claim that is not confirmed, and the process must also be communicated through the right channel, not through some affiliates or assistants trying to be noticed. Now, that is that about that. I got another message from another person, I think Mr. Imabasi or something like that, who talked of this same 10,000 disbursement certificate, which was a pure fabrication as far as I'm concerned. Now, I want to address this now more dangerously, because this issue has surfaced again from another person, contrary to the first person that talked, which I addressed in the former V-note. But now another person has brought this same report up, reportedly concerning one NGO in Calabar. One NGO in Calabar who is allegedly collecting 10,000 naira as a disbursement certificate fee. An NGO collecting 10,000 naira as a disbursement certificate fee. I beg your pardon. Where does that come from? There is no such thing as a disbursement certificate. I'm repeating myself. There is no such thing as disbursement certificate. No one is required to pay 10,000 or any amount before accessing their grant or fund in this capacity. This is not only a lie, but also an evil act against the poor and the vulnerable. Now, let me read what the guy actually said. He said, there is an NGO in Calabar demanding for 10,000 disbursement certificate before disbursement can be made to them. Imagine a poor and desperate old man in the village who can hardly afford 2,000, but now threatens to pay 10,000 or lose disbursement. Please help to investigate into this and arrest the situation. EFCC should monitor the disbursement process, please. So that is what the person says. From Basi Ima. So, like I said, that's a fabricated scam. It's a scam from the pit of hell that is designed to exploit the desperate beneficiaries. Now, here's the truth. The UAAG and the Pioneer disbursement programs are actually rooted in grant-based humanitarian funding, which actually means that beneficiaries are not required to pay for access. Forget about all this money that people are paying up and down. Reverend Elibo came out the other time and talked about the truth behind it, that is for logistics, not actually for the grant that is being awaited. So any payment request for a certificate or clearance is fraud. Is fraudulent. Honestly, it's fraudulent. No one is to pay any money to access what is freely given by this divine arrangement and international partnership. So this is called Calabar. This so-called Calabar NGO demanding 10,000 is committing a serious moral and legal crime. They are taking advantage of the poor, including the old men and old women who can hardly afford 3 square meals just to exploit their hope for financial relief. This must be condemned and stopped immediately. They must be condemned and stopped immediately. It's not surprising that as the disbursement gets closer, fake actors and opportunists would begin to appear. They would exploit the delay and also the excitement of the masses and the confusion among the beneficiaries to create some lies and also some sound officials. You just have to be careful about them. These are just psychological traps. They are psychological traps. Scammers, they use official. At this time, you'll be seeing them with different official sounding language to appear very credible. And that's why everyone must remain calm and also verify every piece of information from trusted leaders before they venture into them, not just random voices on social media. If there's any true update, it would always come from recognized UAG representatives such as Apostle Ken Wakama, right on this particular organ, or the secretary to UAAG, not any random personalities demanding for a fee for disbursement. Anything outside these names should be approached with caution. So what you are supposed to do going forward, in summary, do not pay any money to anyone for disbursement. There is no such thing as a disbursement certificate, a clearance fee, or any administrative charges. Then always wait for official announcement. It will be aired right on Princess channel here. Disbursement is already there. The best thing you could do right now is to stay connected to this authentic platform for information that will be channeled across to you. Then also try as much as possible to help others avoid being scammed. A lot of elderly or rural beneficiaries might not understand the process fully. So you that stands at the verge of trying to educate them, try and do so. Tell them not to pay a kobo to anyone claiming to represent the funds. Then if you hear suspicious activities, report it immediately to the management. You can also report it to us. We are going to air it for people to take cognizance and be courteous on how not to fall prey and so cheap to all of these gimmicks and pranks. If someone is collecting money in the name of the grant, expose it. Post it publicly with evidence and also alert the authorities for this. On a final thought, the truth is we are in the final stages of this long-awaited disbursement journey, and the tension, the rumors, the confusions are just only signs that something big is about to happen to us. And because when light is about to shine, darkness has a way struggles the most. So remember that disbursement is certain. And all these distractions you are seeing, false closed door announcements, certificate fees, subscription manipulations, they are just mere noise in the wind. Let us all stay focused on what the genuine voices have said. Pastor Donald confirmed that disbursement is sacrosanct and is going to come out real. It wouldn't delay. You understand? And Ngozi Israel also talked about this on affirmative way and told us that disbursement is clear. And the one that came out this morning, Lady Rich, came out on a confident voice note this morning to tell us that disbursement is slated for next week, whether you believe it or you don't believe it, with such audacity and temerity. And then finally, there is no 10,000 disbursement certificate anywhere in the system. Everyone should be wise. Protect yourself at all times and also others from exploitation. The grace that started this journey would definitely complete it freely, not with payment. Okay, I need also drop this before I finally end this V-note. This entire process is a test of our patience. It's also a test of our unity, integrity, and resolve. Those who are in charge of coordination must also remember that they are stewards. They are stewards, not owners of this fund. It is not a privilege for a few people. It's a collective blessing that is meant to transform lives across all the states within this country. So may those who sow confusion be exposed. May transparency prevail as the long-awaited disbursement becomes a reality for all of us. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. This is Prince. In case you are new, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't lack any valuable updates in time. Thank you. I wish you a very nice day. And bye for now.